What if I told you that one bold move could completely reshape the future of the Bronx? What if the name at the center of that storm is one of the most exciting young infielders the franchise has developed in years? Buckle up, because today we're breaking down a massive trade rumor that has fans buzzing the possibility that the New York Yankees could be exploring a blockbuster-style framework involving Anthony Volpe in talks connected to a star player from the Texas Rangers. This is not a confirmed deal, not a done transaction, but it is the kind of high-level discussion that signals how aggressive the front office might be thinking right now. All right, let's set the tone properly. The Yankees are in a competitive window. With expectations always sky-high in New York, simply being good is never enough. It's championship or bust. Over the past few seasons, the organization has balanced two timelines, developing young talent while also trying to maximize a win-now roster built around superstars. And that's where things get complicated. Anthony Volpe has been viewed by many as a cornerstone piece, homegrown, athletic, high energy, strong defense, improving bat. Trading a player like that isn't a casual decision. It's seismic. But here's the reality of baseball in 2026. Elite talent costs elite talent. If the Yankees are even linked in early conversations involving a Rangers star, that tells us something important. They're willing to at least listen. And in today's MLB, listening is the first step towards something huge. Now let's talk about why the Rangers would even matter in this conversation. The Texas Rangers have built themselves into a powerhouse over recent seasons. They've developed impact pitching, strong middle-of-the-order bats, and a roster that can compete deep into October. If New York is calling Texas, it's not for a depth piece. It's not for a bench upgrade. It would be for a legitimate difference maker, someone who moves the needle instantly in the AL landscape. So what does this rumor really tell us? First, it shows that the Yankees are evaluating every angle. Even if Volpe remains in pinstripes long-term, the fact that his name could surface in exploratory discussions means the front office is weighing value versus upside. Do they double down on his growth curve? Or do they flip potential for proven production? This is the classic baseball debate, ceiling versus certainty. Volpe represents youth, cost control, and upside. A Rangers star represents established performance, possibly postseason pedigree, and immediate impact. If you're the Yankees front office, that's the internal conversation happening behind closed doors. But let's not ignore the emotional side of this. Yankees fans connect deeply with homegrown players. There's something different about watching a prospect rise through the system, debut under the lights, and grow into a big league role. Volpe isn't just another name, he symbolizes development success. Trading him would feel personal to a lot of fans. At the same time, this franchise has a long history of bold decisions. When the Yankees believe a move can push them closer to a title, that aggressive mindset is part of their DNA. And right now, the American League is stacked. Standing still might be the biggest risk of all. Let's also talk about roster construction. If the Yankees are exploring high-impact trades, it could signal that they want more balance, maybe more contact in the lineup, maybe more pitching stability, maybe a defensive upgrade in a key position. A Rangers star could fill one of those needs instantly. That's why these conversations matter, even if nothing materializes. And here's another layer, market leverage. Sometimes rumors surface because teams are gauging reaction, testing waters, or creating flexibility in negotiations elsewhere. If the Yankees are linked to Texas, it could also influence discussions with other clubs. Front offices operate like chess players. Every move has multiple angles. Now imagine this scenario for a second. The Yankees pull off a blockbuster. The Rangers receive Volpe as part of a package. New York lands a proven all-star level contributor. The AL East suddenly looks different. The playoff projections shift. The clubhouse dynamic changes overnight. That's the magnitude we're talking about. But here's the key, nothing is confirmed. This is the rumor phase, the evaluation phase. And sometimes, these discussions never get past internal debate. Deals this big require alignment from ownership, baseball operations, coaching staff, and long-term planning. That's why blockbuster trades are rare. They're complicated. Still, the fact that such a concept is even circulating tells us the Yankees are not passive. They're analyzing, calculating, and possibly preparing for something aggressive. And that should excite fans even if it also makes them nervous. That's the threshold. You don't trade a young core piece for a small upgrade. You do it for a potential October hero. And let's talk clubhouse chemistry. Volpe brings energy. He brings hustle. Teammates feed off that. But bringing in a Rangers star could inject veteran confidence or elite production that elevates everyone. It's a delicate balance, youth culture versus proven dominance. For Rangers fans, this type of rumor also sends a message. It means their roster is strong enough that other major franchises are calling about their top-tier talent. That's respect. That's validation. For Yankees fans, it creates debate. Social media lights up. Analysts break down WAR comparisons, contract values, defensive metrics, clubhouse intangibles. And that's part of what makes baseball rumors so compelling. They blend statistics with emotion. Now let's be clear again, there is no official trade. No confirmed agreement. Just the idea that the Yankees are evaluating bold possibilities connected to Texas. But sometimes ideas turn into negotiations. And negotiations turn into headlines. The beauty of this moment is uncertainty. We don't know what the front office will ultimately decide. We don't know if Volpe remains untouchable. We don't know if Texas even seriously entertains discussions. What we do know is this: the Yankees are always hunting for the edge. And if you're chasing championships, sometimes that means making uncomfortable decisions. So here's my take. If the Yankees believe a Rangers star pushes them significantly closer to another World Series appearance, they will explore it thoroughly. But they won't rush it. They won't panic. The price has to match the reward. That's smart management. At the end of the day, this rumor reminds us why the MLB trade landscape is so fascinating. Teams constantly evaluate value. Every player has a price. The question is whether the timing and vision align. Yankees fans, I want to hear from you. Would you move Anthony Volpe if it meant landing a proven Rangers superstar? Or do you believe the long-term upside is too valuable to risk? That's the debate shaping this story. As we wait for clarity, stay grounded. Rumors are part of the process. They don't guarantee action, but they reveal intention. And right now, the intention seems clear. The Yankees are thinking big. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for daily Yankees coverage, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breaking update. Because if this rumor turns into something real, you already know we'll be here first to break it all down with clarity, accuracy, and zero misleading hype. The Bronx never sleeps. The trade market never rests. And when the Yankees start exploring blockbuster territory, the entire league pays attention. Stay tuned.